Well, I know that you guys can tell what I'm getting ready to do. This is the last light switch that I have to put in, and this was my temporary so that I could use the fans and the lights in here. So I've got these three right here that I've got to tie together, and then this goes to the lights, and then this will go to the fan. I'll tell you what, stripping these, you got to be careful because I've cut myself many times just trying to get the jacket off of the wire. You got to be very, 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 very careful. I got a dog trying to slip in here and lay down. They have to be right next to me in order to be happy. And we'll get all this paper stripped off of there so that we can tie those together. We'll finish stripping our other two wires that go to the light and the fan. And then we can start putting this together and stick a fork in it and call it done. I tell you what, friends, is this not the most boring video that you've ever watched? But you know, it's either don't put out a video or actually show you what I'm doing, right? Alright, you can see what I'm doing here. I've got all these grounds right down here, and I'm going to use these two to wrap them together. What I'm going to do is get my needle nose back here where I can hold all of that, and then we're going to twist the front of it right here. Now I've got to have two of those, so I'm going to pick the two longest ones. I guess going to be those right there. The rest of these get cut off. We take our little barrel type connector, slide it over all of that. Sometimes when you get several, there we go, on there, you got to kind of work it on there. There we go. We're on there now. Then we'll take our little tool right here and we'll crimp that down tight. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel all of these neutrals back, and we're going to try to get those all under one red connector, which I think that we can do that. There we go. Now I've got them. And then we'll put the old smack down on it right here. And I think that red one will start on there. Look at that. Boom. There we go. Okay. There's 1 and 2. And then we've got to do these with some power legs. Well, I got this one last wire to tie down. It was a good thing I found another switch, because I would have been missing a switch and had to go and get one. I thought I had enough, but I just happened to find one. So don't ever throw anything away. This is actually a 2-pole switch right there, but it will work. Anyway, I lucked out when I found that for sure. Well, that's what that looks like cut off right there. And I think that I've got enough room to get it on there. But, oh, looks like I'm going to have to cut the bottom too. So I'm going to hold that right there, make my mark, and somewhere right in there we're going to cut that out. Okay, let's see if we can get down far enough. Thing is to have a good sharp chisel. That helps. How about that? Okay. Well, friends, I thought we'd run down here and check out Jennifer's place. I'll tell you what, this has been a crazy week and a half now. It's not quite 2 weeks, it's a week and a half. And I was kind of waiting for them to leave where I could go down here where all those machines weren't running and show you guys the progress that they have made on their house. So I'll see you down there. Looks like they ended up with quite a bit of metal left over right there. I don't know what those pieces are for, but there's quite a few of those. So right there they have a door. This is on the side of the garage. There's a window up top there. And then of course the garage doors go right there. And this is where they're going to put rock. So that ledge, or that wainscot, is going to be rock. And then there will be rock along the bottom, but that will get it filled in about halfway with dirt. That's going to be the landscaping, and then the rest of it will be rock. You can tell they've already got some PEX being run for the bathroom. Some electrical outlets. Over here's electrical outlets. Jennifer actually had them to change the wall. So that's where the door used to be. They just moved it over a little bit so that they can fit their big, humongous couch right in here. So here's the new entrance to the bedroom, which is taking up some of this big open closet that they had back here. So now there's the entrance to her bedroom. And then this is the closet on the back of the wall. It's still pretty good size, even though they moved this wall back over here about 2 feet. It's still a good size. That's probably what, 10 by 8. They've got all of her windows trimmed out with the metal as well. Got them in place. Now that the house is actually put here, the septic tank is going to go right about in there. I think it's going to be, they have to be 5 feet plus another so far off of that footer. And then the field lines will go right in here. So now here's what the end of it looks like on the back side right there. That's called, I think, summertime charcoal is what Jennifer said they call that color right there. And then I think that's white maybe. Well, like I said, it's been a fast week and a half. They went from just block walls and nothing else there to what you see in a week and a half. And that's all that they do, is put up those Barndominiums. I think they said that style right there, they have built about 20 of them. Anyway, so I'm going to let you take a look here at this power route we've been working on. You can see the stake right down there at the bottom of the bank. And what we've been doing is we've been clearing a route over there. You see a pole right there in the middle of the field. That is where their power is going to come from. So we had to clear out, we were told 30 feet for them to bring that power in there. And You know, if it was just like a dead standing tree or something like that, or just a small tree that really didn't want, we went ahead and took it out so that we wouldn't have to worry about anything that would fall on their line later on. I think we have about a half a dozen trees left in there to cut out, which are fairly good size. So there's going to be some more logs to do some things with once they get moved in. But that's the latest on homestead number 2. Well, I'm going to try to go behind all these wires. Place where they need to be. Let's see if I can get this bumped in. How about that? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm over here underneath my desk, putting this back together. Let's see if I can get that tapped in. So over in this area, all we've got left is this right here and that little corner. I'll get these put in here. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to see me putting this in here or not. Yeah, how about that? Now, of course, that's the bedroom in there, but I thought I would bring you in here in the closet. Now, it's still unfinished. Last room I have left to do, but these are the sconces that I was working on painting in the beginning of the video. I think they turned out really nice. Well, friends, I think I'm going to take the opportunity while they're working on Jennifer's house down there, and since she doesn't have power yet, they're having to run generators all day long. In the last couple of days, it's just been non-stop, so it's quite noisy outside. So with that going on, I think I'm going to do some more work here in the cabin because I still got a lot of loose ends that are undone. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to take and cut a 7-inch board to go up there that will resemble the beams, and then I'm going to go ahead and take these off and we'll run boards across the front here and make this look, I think, even better. Now, as far as the power goes, I'm going to go ahead and stop here because I've still got my 5 ceiling fans that are tied in. So when I get a chance to jump back over there on the solar and get that finished, because remember, I've been trying to clear the ends in here so we don't have any shorts or malfunctions when we actually energize the cabin. So when I get a chance to jump on that back out there, hopefully we can get it communicating. If we need to charge the batteries, we can, and then we can get these 5 legs tied back up in here and get the sheetrock put back on here and get that finished. So the first thing that I need to do is run down there to the sawmill, get that cut out, and we've got these. We need to cut these. I think it's 5.5 inches. We need to trim some boards down for this right here, and I'm also going to finish out the hearth over there where the stove is. So I'll meet you down at the sawmill. Well, I believe we can put this in there now. Well, friends, I think that looks pretty good. It's taken me, when did we put this floor down? About 3 years ago? Yeah, because I stepped it down with 2 and I meant to put that other one and just hadn't done it. But now I've got it done and it looks really good. So I'm proud of that. Let's go see what we can do with the kitchen. All right, when I take this stuff off, I think I'm going to have some stuff falling off. So I'm going to try to cover up this refrigerator and these supplies here. We're going to try to get this big board up there if we can, if it'll fit. If I measured it right. Well, let's see what this measurement is. Looks like 34 3/8 and 15. Well, let's see if we can get these in there now that I've got those cut. I think that will work right there. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice, don't you? Uh-oh, way too long. Well, friends, you know, with them working down there at Jennifer's house, we got quite a bit done in this cabin that actually needed to be done. I don't know why I kept putting it off. I just working on other projects, but I think the kitchen's looking good and all the rest of it is looking good as well. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.